Helen is in Johnstown, Pennsylvania on our Democrats line. Hi, Helen, you're on C-SPAN. What did you think of Melania Trump's speech?
I thought it was wonderful. I come from a long line of Democrats, but I have to say I switched parties because I'm so impressed by what our president did. And tonight's, the whole RNC was wonderful. I think Democrats really have to take a look at what has happened to them, how they switched their focus, how they don't stand up for what the American people really stand for. And Melania and everyone who spoke tonight were just excellent. They spoke what the real true Americans are.
Helen, who did you vote for in 2016?
Well, I didn't vote for Trump, but I am now, most definitely. The riots that's going on, what's happening in California and all these countries, all these states and cities, it's just, is that what we really want? I don't think so. It's amazing how the Democratic Party has changed, and the Republican Party and Donald Trump is the one who's going to take this country and make it better, like he said, and I'm just so impressed.
Barb in Forest Lake, Minnesota, Democrats line. Hi, Barb.
Hi. Yes, I'm a Democrat, and our convention last week is no comparison to what I've seen in just the last 2 nights.
What do you mean?
I'm from Minnesota, where all these riots and looting and the burning started, and not a mention about us last week, about saving our communities, helping our homeless, rebuilding our businesses. And this convention, just in the last 2 nights, has awakened me that there is hope, that there are people that are willing to fight for us people in our communities.
Barb, are you in the Twin Cities area or outside?
In the Twin Cities.
And
right outside the Twin Cities.
Has some of the protests, have they frightened you?
Oh, absolutely. They've been, 7 miles away with a new John Johnson of our party going into a neighborhood with 200 of Black Lives Matter supporters and terrorizing innocent neighbors in a community. It is scary.
All right. And Barb, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you for. Let's go to John in Orlando, a Democrat. Hi, John.
How are you?
How are you?
Doing well. I'm a lifelong Democrat. My family comes from the Kennedy Democrats, and I will be voting for Trump this election.
Why?
Well, I've been embedded through my teachings of social justice, and one of the biggest, movements for social justice is the educational system. And I really support what's really got me leaning towards Trump is school choice. I do think there's a lot of the Democrats talk about structural racism, but I really don't think they're addressing it. I don't really recognize my party anymore, and that has really upset me as a lifelong Democrat. And my principles as a traditional Democrat seem to lean towards Trump, which is ironic, but my heart just tells me that.
All right.
What's best for me is Trump.
Rick in Lorain, Ohio, Democrat. Hi, Rick.
How you doing tonight? I'm a lifelong Democrat. I'm from Lorain, Ohio, which is a Democrat city in Ohio. And I just want to say, after watching the convention tonight on TV, on C-SPAN here, I am definitely changing my vote to Republican. And I'll tell you what, they just put the Democratic Party or the Republican Party to shame. I'm going to follow the Republican Party now.
But why? What was it that convinced you about tonight?
It was the heartfelt way they came across to the American people, and I was really touched by the number of times they used the word God. They put God into everything, and the people on the Democratic side on their convention act like they were pushing God right out of it. And that had a lot to do with changing my mind.
Now, Rick, did you say you were a union member?
No, sir. I'm from Lorain, Ohio, and we are a Democrat town here and
That's what
have
you
been
said.
for 50 years.
That's it.